ahead.
time for the Gemterview. Sponsored by M. May cause headaches, diarrhea, extreme joy, extreme sadness, spontaneous crying, and flatulence. I'm so excited. Welcome to the Gemterview, Gem. How you feeling? You ready?
You know, it's the first time in 41 episodes of this podcast that I've said a prayer before recording.
Question 1. So who did you pray to?
I think it says a lot.
Well, don't be nervous. I only bite a little bit.
Baby, it's you. And if there's anything I've learned about you in the last 6.5 years is that I should always remain nervous.
And not that I love you?
Yeah, that too.
Okay, so you know you're in good hands. All right, are you ready to start? The Gemterview!
I'm ready.
Great. Question 1. When was the last time you tried something new?
I feel like I do it all the time.
You can't remember specifically?
Probably today, just now. About like 30 minutes ago. I've never done eyeliner like this in my life.
It's really rad.
I try to challenge myself to something new daily, I think.
How would you describe that eyeliner?
Different. I love it.
Alien chic?
Yeah, Alien Barbie.
Ooh, petition for Alien Barbie.
Petition for Alien Barbie.
I love it. Okay, beautiful. So you like doing new things. I know that about you.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, question 2. Is there anybody that you sometimes compare yourself to?
Oof. Everybody, I think, internally.
Really?
Like, yeah, anyone my age, probably. Yeah. Or probably more even just who I thought I would be at this age, or where I thought I might be at this age, or where, you know, my inner voice tells me I should be at this age.
Which is where?
I don't know.
Maybe there's a question about that. Remember, you told me that the rules were that I couldn't ask the same questions.
Yeah.
But you didn't say that I couldn't ask questions that were similar or relating to some of the questions that you already asked me.
You're
Loophole.
right. Oh, okay. Okay, fine. You're right. I didn't. Go ahead. Fair. Completely fair.
Okay. This is another hard one.
Okay.
Also, I figured I put them in a very specific order. So we're going to have hard moments and we'll have some fun moments and then.
I love that.
Okay, great.
I was a free-for-all.
No, this is.
For me, it was like a melting pot. Let's see what we'll get.
By the way, thank you. I loved the interview. I had a great time.
I'm glad, baby.
Okay, by the way, if you haven't heard the interview, pause right now, go hear the interview, and then come back.
Agreed.
All right. What's the most sensible thing you've ever heard somebody say?
The most sensible thing
Yeah.
I've ever heard somebody say.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by sensible?
Well, you know, I guess like give an example of a grandpa saying, you know, don't
Like
spend
quote,
all your money
you know?
or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they wanted to, they would.
Ooh. Do you want to share who told you that or no?
No, I don't. I couldn't even if I wanted to. I would love to, but I don't remember when I heard that for the first time. But I do know that it's something that through time I've learned is true. Not because, you know, of course, life, but I think that when people truly want to do something, they do it.
Yeah. We talk about that in our relationships sometimes, or just in relationships in general, that you have to let people show you who they are because eventually
Right.
they're gonna reveal themselves, right?
Yeah, in good and not so good ways.
Yeah. The good ways are better. Okay, this is kind of a follow-up question. Not follow-up, but a opposing question to the one I just asked you.
Okay.
What life lesson did you learn the hard way?
When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Yeah.
So they're kind of related.
They are. I mean, no, but yes. You know, one is about like what people, you know, may or may not do. I think more about their actions. The other one is more about who they are, their character. I feel like sometimes we romanticize. And when you're a creative person, like I consider myself to be, I can have a very active imagination and I can really romanticize somebody if I want to.
Yeah.
And I've learned that much better just to believe what you're shown.
You don't think that's hardened you too much?
I don't know. I don't know right now. That might be a question I could answer in like 40 years.
Like when Vogue asked Billie Eilish the same things every year.
You know what? If you want to do this every year, I'd be interested to see how my answers would change.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Okay, cool though. Interesting. Okay, here's one that I'm curious about. What's a belief that you hold with which you think most people disagree? A belief of yours you think most people would disagree with.
Most people would disagree with? Where?
Yeah,
in the world
answer.
or like in the US? Oh, thank you.
Good answer.
Yeah, because sometimes I feel like we really forget that there do be a whole populations that are not, that aren't Western.
Yeah.
Okay. A belief that I have that maybe not a lot of people share is I believe that humans possess a capacity to tap into the spiritual world. I couldn't tell you how that's developed or not, or if we're even all born with that, but I've experienced some pretty eerie and magnificent moments that have confirmed to me that that's possible.
Are those private, I'm assuming?
I don't know.
I think they should be.
To be continued.
Yeah, to be continued, I guess. I think eventually we should talk about spirituality.
I'd love to.
More in depth. Okay. This is a good one. What are your pet peeves?
I think I have too many.
Okay.
And I'm working on that. I'm working on not being so bothered by so many things.
You can't name like 3?
Yeah, of course I can name 3. Okay. Pet peeves. So, pet peeve, like...
I can name one for you.
You can name one for me?
Lying.
That's I feel like it's a little bit more serious than a pet peeve. I feel like lying is beyond a pet peeve.
A deal breaker.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, biting your nails. That's a pet peeve of yours.
No, I would say more like pet peeve, like...
Incorrect grammar.
No, those are not pet peeves. No, incorrect grammar, that happens. Grammar's hard. Okay, I understand when I fuck up all the time. So no, that's not a pet peeve of mine. Pet peeve of mine, when someone, not naming names, not saying who, multiple people have done this in my house. They'll have a drink halfway, leave it in my fridge, never take it out. Then I just have this collection of half-drunk cans in my fridge.
Next question.
No. Yeah, that's one pet peeve.
Okay.
Second pet peeve is, when people touch my things without asking. That's a big pet peeve of mine. I don't know if it comes from like childhood trauma. My mom would like give away all my things to charity, like really kind, like people who needed it perhaps more than I did. But like, I still wanted my DVD player, like it was my DVD player. My mom would always, So yeah. Pet peeve of mine for sure. I don't like it. I'll never say no, but like, don't touch my things without asking me.
Yes.
No, not a thing for me. Number 3. You're gonna really relate to this one.
Okay.
And this is shade. This is pure shade to a lot of restaurants out there. When they have one vegetarian or vegan meal, and that dish is tofu, and the restaurant does not press their tofu before seasoning it, so it just tastes like a blob of mush with not a lot of flavoring. That's a pet peeve of mine, because see, if you just pressed the moisture out of it, it would be completely different, the product you're working with.
Yeah.
Pet peeve.
That's a great one, and I agree, because it happens, and sometimes it has a great sauce and the intention is great.
I know.
But if the texture is not there, it's really disappointing.
The thought, perfect. Execution, not so perfect.
Okay. This is a really fun one that I'm curious about. I've never asked you this. If you had to teach something, what would you teach?
Probably English
Yeah?
or Spanish, probably some kind of language. I've taught music.
Okay.
I used to have like a teacher's aid hour.
You know what's funny? It's funny you interpreted it that way. I interpret that question as like, if you had some kind of skill or like some school of thought of yours that you're proud of, you know, like what would you teach? But yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. I understood like if I were a teacher, what
No,
would my
that's part of
subject be?
The Gemterview.
It's all up to how you interpret the questions. There's no wrong answer.
Okay, well, to satisfy the other side of you,
Miss
if it were
Hernandez.
like some kind of skill, I would like to teach just resourcefulness, I guess.
Gayness.
I know. Yeah, I feel like gayness is you're either born with that or you're not, honey. But really resourcefulness, like how to make something out of not a lot.
Yeah. See, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's call Ted. TEDx. Okay. Moving on to the next card.
Okay.
See, it doesn't hurt so bad, does it?
No, this is easy peasy.
So far.
Smooth
No.
sailing. I don't know what I was afraid of.
Oh, really? Because what would you regret not fully doing, being, or having in your life at the end of it? Just a little light question.
I feel like I can answer each of those individually.
Okay.
What would I regret not fully being, doing, or having in my life?
Come the end of it.
I would really regret if I didn't learn another language and live in another country.
Okay. That's a good one.
I know I would regret that.
And having?
Having
A child?
you know what? I don't know if it's that it's my birthday.
Oh, is it? Don't bring that up yet. That might be part of the chapter for you.
Okay, well, I don't know if it's just this season. But I guess my whole view on children has changed. I don't know if this is just a moment in my life that I'll overcome, but I really spent a long time in my life, even though I'm quite young, thinking I'd be a mother by now. And now that I'm not a mother by now, I'm really thanking all the gods that I'm not, because
Right.
I am not ready to be a mother. I mean, I'm sure if I had to be, if I was in a situation where I wound up pregnant, I would give it my best shot. I would do my best.
Right.
With intention and a full heart. But no, I don't think it's children, believe it or not. I wouldn't, not saying that it would maybe it would surprise me, but like it's just such a tough world right now,
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. I
So
don't
much
blame
has
you.
changed for me. Like even just living here and
People are having children later as well, you know.
yeah, I don't know how I'll feel in a few years. But one thing I might regret not having, I don't know.
A naked cat. Or a bearded dragon.
I might regret not having like really long sabbatical for myself where I could like at least attempt to write a book.
I like that.
Yeah.
Launching.